And welcome back to Smarter Than the Average Bear. These are the answers for Episode 4. Now, Category A was Star Trek Any Series. I showed you a picture of the Baylock puppet from the original series episode The Corbomite Maneuver, in which a very young Clint Howard was the alien mastermind. Now, I hope you caught a grown-up Clint on this week's episode of Fringe spouting a new Star Trek reference. Now, Eric and Jessica got points for knowing Clint Howard and his character name, and Jessica gets a few more points for knowing the episode title. Question 2, the clip was from the episode The Slaver Weapon in Star Trek the Animated Series, which was adapted from Larry Niven's short story The Soft Weapon. Now, I thought his work might be recognizable after publishing 13 volumes of the Man-Kazin Wars, and you clearly heard the Man and Kazinti references in this clip. Now, Eric got the author right for the most points. Jessica gets a few points for knowing the episode title, even though that's not what I was asking for. And sorry, Mark, it was not Ray Bradbury. B was U.S. travel. Now, the photos I showed you were taken by me at Hoover Dam in 2000, so everybody gets 10 points for recognizing Hoover Dam. Question 4, the tour guide talking about the flooding and rebuilding the city after the fire were about Seattle. Now, I did this underground Seattle tour a couple of years ago and thought it was a unique story. I'm glad I tripped everybody up on this, so if you want to see the video tour from which I got this audio, I'm including a link in the sidebar. Category C was current music, and I showed you the CD cover from Depeche Mode's new album, Sounds of the Universe. Eric and Jessica both recognized it, even with all the distortion I put on it, so they get 10 points. 6 was the modern reimagining of the classic Human League song. Now, I played Ari Gold's Human. Mark takes the lion's share of the points for knowing it was Human League originally and Ari Gold today. Eric gets a few points for identifying the original artist, and I'm putting a link to the whole video in the sidebar. D was Chefs. Now, I didn't think I was fooling anyone with the picture of Alton Brown, but my trusty assistant didn't know him, so that bumped the difficulty level just a bit. Everybody gets 10 points for knowing Alton Brown. Question 8, I played you a clip from a famous chef, and the voice you heard was Cajun raconteur Justin Wilson, who passed away in 2001. Now, you can watch more of the clip in the link in the sidebar. Sorry, Eric, it was not Austin Leslie, although he seems like a really reasonable guess. Mark and Jessica move up 10 points. E was science fiction movies. Now, number 9, I didn't realize the Forbidden Planet movie poster was quite so iconic. I chose it for the first appearance of Robbie the Robot. Now, everybody gets 10 points. Now, number 10, the classic 1970s sci-fi movie I played was from Close Encounters of the Third Kind, where the scientists first generate the electronic tones to try to communicate with the aliens. Sorry, Eric, it was not 2001. Jessica and Mark move forward 10 points, so we have final score, Eric 65, Jessica 78, and Mark 60. Jessica really brings it home again this week, so looking forward to seeing what you've got next week. Welcome to episode 5 of Smarter Than the Average Bear. I'm making a guest appearance this week on a collab channel called Unprotected6, so all of the questions this week go along with the program I made for the Unprotected6 channel. You're welcome to play along right here and give your answers either as video responses or as comments that will be screened until I give the answers next week. For the category A, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Now, what movie is this, and what is its connection to the Rocky Horror Picture Show? Now, question 2, the place where I currently reside has a connection to the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Explain why my town is or isn't featured in the movie. Category B is Gilmore Girls, since yours. Now, what character is shown here from the Gilmore Girls, and what happened to her? I'm going to play some audio from an episode of Gilmore Girls. Yes, this is really audio from an episode of the Gilmore Girls. What Gilmore Girls character is heard in this clip, and what is going on in this clip?
Oh, I'm gonna fight, gonna give it my all, gonna make you fall, gonna suck it to you. That's right, I'm the last one standing, another one bites the dust. A few times I've been around that track, so it's not just gonna happen like that. I ain't no holla back girl, I ain't no holla back girl. A few times I've been around that track, so it's not just It's gonna happen like that, cause I ain't no holla back girl. I ain't no holla back girl. Ooh, it's my
Badtz Maru. Now for those who don't know, Badtz Maru is a penguin in the Hello Kitty family of characters. What is another way to write Badtz Maru? Is it OX, X check, cross circle, or square root of X? And question 6. What major sporting event was Badtz Maru associated with? Category D, American Idol. Now from the DVD cover art shown here, which American Idol finalist stars in this series of movies? 8. Which American Idol finalist is heard here from his gospel album before coming out of the closet?
I don't wanna give you half a heart. I don't wanna hold back any part of my devotion. I don't wanna turn and walk away, cause I wanna walk with you each day by day, loving you in slow emotion. I just wanna take my own sweet time, spending every
Category E, Pokemon. Now, who are these two Pokemon and what is their unique relationship? What popular but unrelated podcast features this Pokemon reference in its opening credits each week?
Oh, Wild, Snorlax appears with yet another contribution.
If you want to play along, if you want to answer somebody else's questions, or you just want to answer the questions and you're not a U6er, then please leave your responses on the STTABear channel, and I'll be back next week with the answers.